anything you want. So we want to avoid any type of response that could turn into an issue you don't want to do. So you always want to say last night. Then you can say anything. Say the full number with the weeks and everything. But don't say anything else. Just say last night and then that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
What about you said today? Like you didn't say the bracha.
You said today.
You said today is 50, but we didn't.
You say it without the bracha.
So
You say what that's what we're discussing. Someone asks you tonight, what's tonight? So you say today or tonight, whichever doesn't matter. Tonight is 15. So you counted already. What do you mean you said? Of course you said without the bracha. Someone asked you what's tonight, so you just answered. Did I understand your question?
like I'm asking like if someone asks you by mistake, you say like today is 15, but
Right. So now you already counted. So now you
without the bracha.
now you cannot count with a bracha anymore.
You cannot
That day, right?
For that night you
Oh,
cannot.
just for that.
Just for that night you cannot count a bracha. Because maybe it's like you counted already. So for that night you cannot count with a bracha. You have bracha from someone else. Doesn't it someone else's bracha? Yeah, then it's like you said a bracha. You asked that person to have in your mind. So it's the same thing like saying a bracha. And then the following night you could continue counting the bracha. Yes.
So from what I understand, like if you ask like, it's today the first time, that's also saying, like if you ask it this way, like
It's
it's
today.
today the first night, but you're saying
First night, in the first.
wherever.
Okay,
like,
just
whatever,
choose any number. Okay, fine. Yeah.
So
And
if you
then the
ask,
person
that
says,
also says like, oh, you can stand for it because you're saying today, but if you're asking, how does that work?
good point. In other words, if let's say, a good point. In other words, tonight is going to be the 15th. So if tonight you're going to say tonight is the 15th, is that called? Of course you shouldn't do it. And if you do it, it was probably will be questionable because you did count, even though you said it as a question. But you counted the way of the question. So again, same problem. You cannot say a bracha, but you share a bracha from someone else. Yep. What if someone asks you, someone asks you tonight about 7 o'clock, what's tonight? And you answer, tonight is 15th. Tonight is the 15th. When do you count with a bracha?
It's before, yeah.
It's before Shkia, but it's after the time called Plag HaMincha. Plag HaMincha is a time called Plag HaMincha, which is an hour and a quarter before sunset. I looked it up last time, it came out to about 6:17. It's around there, 6. Today is April, what? April 16, right?
Yeah.
April 16. So Plag HaMincha 6:17. So from 6:17, if someone asks you, what's tonight? Don't answer. I mean, don't say tonight. It's just like at night, same thing. Someone asks you throughout the day, what are we counting? You say tonight we're counting 15. You can say the whole thing. You can say this many times you want during the day. It's not called counting. But once it's Plag HaMincha, which is about 6:17, which is 6:17, but now in a quarter before the sun sets, don't answer what's tonight, just say what's last night.
But is it different between?
But what's on the But if you did respond, someone asks you, what are we counting tonight? And you say, tonight we're counting 15. Being that it's before sunset, you could continue counting with a bracha. Got it? Yeah.
That was my question.
My question. Okay. Good. And we spoke about that you can start counting from sunset. So it's very practical for children. It's a Shem. You're dealing with children that have to go to sleep in time. And Shkia these days Shkia today is 7:36. You should add another 4 minutes. And if you're going to count after sunset, so from 7:40, you could count so to put children to sleep. It's very practical. But as the sphere goes on, every day they lose another minute pretty much every other minute, so it gets more difficult and difficult when kids have to go to sleep early. Because if they have to go to sleep 7:30, it doesn't help you, so it saves you a lot of time. But it's important to know this because a lot of people aren't aware of this, and they think you have to wait till the stars go out, totally dark, and instead they just count during the day without a bracha, which is only the di'evet. So it's preferable to count after sunset, even though it's not the ideal time. Then no, I don't count before it gets dark. And then the following day you count without a bracha. So it's definitely much better to count after sunset. But whatever time sunset you find on the calendar, make sure to add like 4 minutes to be in a safe zone to know for sure that you're actually after sunset. Okay.
Do you have to stand the whole time in the
When you count the Omer, you have to stand. Yes, you should stand. You don't necessarily have to stand the entire time because basically there's the bracha and there's the Omer that you're counting. Then there's Lamed Seach and then the Chayach. I mean, the proper thing is to stand the whole time, but the main thing is to count, to stand where you're actually counting the Omer. Okay, I think we pretty much went through the halachas of counting the Omer. I want to talk today about the halachas of interrupting during davening. Let's say you go to shul and you want to know where to interrupt. We may have done this before. I think we've done, no, we haven't done this? No? Okay, so you're coming to shul, let's say Shabbos, and you come late. No, not usually, but it happens. Once in a while, like once a year, maybe we come late to shul, right? So you're coming late and you want to know what you can answer because they're already ahead of you and you're in the middle of davening. They're saying Kedusha and you're in the middle of saying Sukkot Zimna, Bechas Krishma, and you don't know what to answer. So it's important to know what you could answer. So we have in the back of all the Siddurim, you have a chart over there. When you go to the chart, the back, even the English ones, a chart, and you can look and tell us exactly what to do. So if you're not with davening and you don't want to answer, you go back and you look at the chart, and you look and you try to figure out what's going on. By the time you figure out what's going on, it's too late already. So the charts are good, but it's good to know what to do also, practically. So that's what we're going to do now. So, these are the Siddurim you use. Let's start, is this what you use?
Yeah, the blue ones.
What's the Siddurim? This is what you use? This one's? These ones?
No.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I don't see the blue one. But
Okay, so
let's
let's
do the
do,
same.
we'll do the Shabbos stuff because that's what we usually show. So, whatever city we usually use, that's the city you should have in. So you be able to know what's going on. You want to just grab some Siddurim? On this?
Yeah, this available.
Okay. So. Can you see them? Okay. Okay, these are the ones you use, right? Okay. Perfect. Okay, you have one? Good. So we go to the Shabbos davening. We are Shabbos day davening. Shabbos day davening, and we're up to here. From Baruch Shama. We go to Baruch Shama. Baruch Shama to page 191. So we go to page 191, the middle of the page. You see it says Sukkot Zimna verses of praise, in the middle of 191. You see that? Shem Yichud Baruch Shama. Baruch Shama, that's the blessing. That's a blessing you say before you say the verse of praise. It's a bracha that we say. Now, from after Baruch Shama, we're not going to discuss Baruch Shama now. Baruch Shama is a bracha that we'll discuss separately. So after you finish the bracha, now you go to the top of the page 192. So from, or actually more precisely, the bottom of 191, after you finish the bracha, Melech Hu Batishpachis, from that point and on, that's what we're going to be discussing now. So from here and onwards, and all the way through, till you get to Yishtabach, till the bottom of 201. At the bottom of the page 201 is a bracha called, the bracha begins the words of V'chein Yishtabach. See that? V'chein Yishtabach? The here begins a bracha. So the conversation now is about from the bottom of 191 till the bottom of 201. This is called Psuki D'Zimra, verse of praise. And now we're discussing what can you answer, what could you interrupt for? So over here, I will not tell you what you could interrupt for. I'm going to tell you what you can't interrupt for. Because most of the things you could interrupt. So I'm going to tell you what you cannot interrupt for. So what can't you interrupt for? What you can't interrupt for is, you cannot say Baruch Hu V'Nok Shemayim. Baruch Hu V'Nok Shemayim, that you can't say that. You also cannot say when they open up the Aron Kodesh, you cannot say Vahi B'Sayah. That whole section, Vahi B'Sayah, when they open up the Aron Kodesh, you take out the Sefer Teres, we cannot say Vahi B'Sayah. When they pick up the Zayis HaTorah, they lift up the Sefer Torah and they go around with it, So then you cannot say also the Zayis HaTorah. You cannot say certain specific amens you cannot answer. So the amens that you have on the second part of Kaddish. So there is the first half of Kaddish till the Miram Ba'al Mabim Amen. Here's what gets confusing. Let's say the half of Kaddish, this first half, the second half. So we're going to look at a page that has the full Kaddish. And this will help you understand this. Oh, maybe they have it here. Maybe they redid it. Let's see. The old Siddurim, they don't put it again. They just tell you to look there. Here, they might actually know. Oh, yeah, perfect. So now look at page 218. You look at page 218. On page 218, you see that? You see the Kaddish on top of the page? Yes? Okay. So you see where it begins, almost by the end of Kaddish, the beginning of the line, you have the word to skabil. Oh, for those who are listening online, it's the Siddur, the blue Siddur. So we're on page 218. The skabil. You see the word to skabil? Yeah? You see where the line begins the word to skabil? Yes? Yeah, right? Okay, so up until that point is called half Kaddish. So when you're going to hear me saying half Kaddish, or you hear anyone saying half Kaddish, people say the first half of Kaddish. What do they mean the first half of Kaddish? When you take the Kaddish and you cut it in half and it becomes half of Kaddish. Half Kaddish ends with right before. In other words, the skabil already is after the half of Kaddish. So during Psuki D'Zimra, you can interrupt for the first half of Kaddish. Now, there are certain Kaddishim that is only half Kaddish. That is the Kaddish. The Kaddish is a half a Kaddish. Like, for example, I don't know if you tune into these things, but maybe now you will. You go to Shul and you're with the minyan, and you daven Musaf, Shabbos, Yom Tov. There's a Kaddish that the Chazan says before they start the Amidah. Right before they start the Amidah, Shabbos Yom Tov, Yiskada, Al Yiskadash, right? That's Kaddish. Till, that's a Chatzi Kaddish. So during Pesukah Dezimra, you can only answer half Kaddish. So that Kaddish, you can answer the whole Kaddish. That Kaddish is called a Chatzi Kaddish. It's called a half Kaddish. That's what it is. That's the description of that Kaddish. It's called half Kaddish. Understood? Okay. That's pretty much for those pages I showed you. You can answer everything besides what I told you. Everything else you can answer. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's about everything else you can answer. You answer every single element, answer Kedusha. Just these amens and Sebech Shemay, open up the Aron Kodesh, Zay Sataya, those things you cannot say. Now we're going to discuss. Now we go to Birchas Krishma. Birchas Krishma. Now, yes, we did not discuss Baruch Shem Yishtav itself because that comes later. We go now to Birchas Krishma. So we go back to the bottom of, or the top, actually, the top of page 203. Top of page 203. You have it? Page 203. What do you see at the top of page 203? You see Baruch, okay, that's not saying that the Chazan, right? If you hear the Chazan say Baruch Baruch, you say Baruch Baruch, right? You know, you see it says blessed of the Shema, Baruch Atah Hashem Kenochem, Yitzhak V'Nefeshet. So now we're going to be discussing starting from here, from Baruch Atah Hashem until the bottom of page 210. That's what we discussed from here, the top of 203, to the bottom of page 210. This is called Birchas Krishma. Now, it's not only Birchas Krishma, also has Shema in it too. It's Birchas Krishma. We say blessings on the Shema before and after, and Shema is in the middle. So the discussion now is going to be about Birchas Krishma and Shema too. However, whatever I'm going to be telling you now is not going to be referring to the 12 words of Shema. There is the actual 12 words of Shema. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. You say quiet. We're not discussing those 12 words. From Shema until the end, Shema and Baruch Shem, you don't interrupt from the beginning of Shema until you finish Baruch Shem. There's no interruption for nothing. Unless you have to save someone's life. Okay, there's no interruption. Nothing. Okay. And also there's no interruption. When you begin a bracha, you say Baruch Atah Hashem. Look at the top of 203. It begins with the words Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech. Baruch Atah, yeah. So after the word Hashem, between Hashem and Elokeinu, there's no interruption at all. So once you say Baruch Atah Hashem, you didn't say Elokeinu yet, you can't interrupt. So we say Elokeinu Melech. And even then, you can't interrupt until you say Yetzer Olam. To say something, you can't interrupt your Melech Olam because it's short brachas you cannot interrupt. It's so small that if you interrupt, you're chopping up the whole connection. So it has to be already. What are you saying? Saying, blessed are you Hashem, God, King of the world. For what? What are you blessing Hashem for? And you haven't even said anything. What? And you're answering Amen. You tore apart the whole phrase. There's no sentence there. So you have to first say Yotzerei, perhaps also Beiracheshech. Say against. And now you could interrupt for the things that I'm going to show you. You can interrupt. And the same thing is also when you come to the end of the bracha of page 206, the middle of the page, that's where the bracha ends. So these are considered very long brachas. The bracha begins, usually a bracha is the brachas that you're generally familiar with, when people say Did you say the bracha? This bracha, that bracha. When you think about a bracha, usually you think about Baruch Hashem, Baruch creates, Benjamin Zaynus, Hashem Yeshua Zaynus, Asri Zaynus, short brachas. Most of brachas are short brachas, but these happen to be long brachas. So the bracha begins on 203 and it ends on 206. It's one long bracha. Because it's a long bracha, that's why we have more leeway to interrupt. Whereas when it comes to short brachas, like we get up in the morning and you say Birchas Hashach, you say Baruch Atah Pekeach Yivin, Mater Asurim. Those brachas, you can't interrupt nothing because they're very short. If you interrupt, then there's nothing left of it. The whole your sentence that you're saying makes no sense. There's nowhere to interrupt.
On which words does it end? With which words does this bracha end?
This bracha ends with the words Yaitzer Hamayris. In the middle of 206, Baruch Atah Hashem, Yaitzer Hamayris. So again, when you're at the end of the bracha and you say Baruch Atah Hashem, you didn't yet say Yaitzer Hamayris. No, there's no interrupting that at all. Same with other brachas. Same on 207. You'll see the same thing over there. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you what could you interrupt. Most of the things you can't. So now I'm going to discuss. So what could you interrupt? So you could interrupt for the third. So now, being already showed you the Kaddish, so go to the end of, go again to the page, I show you where the Kaddish is, from page 218. There's a Kaddish there. Look at Kaddish, page 218. See, middle of the page, I mean, the top of the page, but in the middle of the Kaddish, actually. You see in bold, it's called, it's bold, but it's smaller. See, it says, Amen Yehei Shmei Avech Yisbarach. You could answer that. You could answer that. And also you could answer the Amen, the fifth Amen. The fifth Amen, which is right at the end of the half Kaddish. You see what that is? Right before the Skabil. You see, there's no lines over here. I can't tell you numbers, so look. You see the line begins with the word Be'olma. Be'olma. Even Amen. You can answer that Amen. That Amen you can answer. Now again, this happens to be a full Kaddish. So I showed you where half Kaddish is. But you have sometimes Kaddish which is half Kaddish. It is half Kaddish. I'm going to show you that. And you go, okay, go to page 234. If you hold on, so you'll see the contrast of the two Kaddishim. You see exactly the difference. Look at page 234. Yeah, on page 234. You see in English it says in there, right, the third line from the top, Chazan recites half Kaddish. Yeah. Now, if you look back at 218, what you're seeing at 234, you see at 218, but it ends right before Teskabel. It's exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing, but it ends before Teskabel. Teskabel finishes the Kaddish. Right? So now, whether the Chazan is saying half Kaddish or full Kaddish, it's that Amen. So on page 218, it's in the middle of the Kaddish. On page 234, when it's a half Kaddish, it's at the end of the Kaddish. It's that Amen that could be answered at the end of the half Kaddish. Yeah. What else could you answer for? You could answer the Amen of Hakila Kaddish. Oh, let's do Kedusha. Let's go in order. Kedusha. You can answer Kedusha. In Kedusha, let's look at Kedusha. Go to Kedusha. Go to page 212. And just keep in mind, all this applies to the weekdays also. I'm showing you in Shabbos because that's when usually shown. But it's exactly the same thing. Now, page 212, you have, you see Kedusha over here? Kaddish. So you could say, Kaddish, 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 Hashem Tzavakos. Actually, you could say Tzavos. Melech Loris Kavede. Tzavos is one of Hashem's name, but it's brought down. The Rebbe brings it. And also, you hear the Rebbe saying, the Rebbe said Tzavos. Anyways, you could say this pasuk, Kaddish, Kaddish, Hashem Tzavos, Melech Loris Kavede. And then Baruch Hu Hashem, you see, you're able to follow. Baruch Hu Hashem came, the skip to us. Then you go, the line begins the word Baruch Hu Hashem came. And then go to the next paragraph, beginning with the words Yimlech. You could say that whole pasuk till Hallelujah. That's the only parts of Kedusha you can answer.
So Nagdisha you can't, so.
No, only these two. And these three. And the same thing is also when it comes to Musaf, it's exactly the same thing. In Musaf, even though Musaf is different, Shema Yisrael Hashem Hu Elokeinu, it's a very nice part. Everyone say Hu Elokeinu. You can't say that. Even Shema Yisrael you can't say. Those who can't say Shema Yisrael.
So you said Kaddish you can, and
You could say the three psukim, Kaddish, Baruch, and Yimlech. By the way, talking about Shema Yisrael, I'm saying even Shema Yisrael, but what I'm trying to bring out, because the halacha is, if you're in the middle of Psuki de Zimra, we discussed before Psuki de Zimra, where you could answer almost everything, right? Let's say the minyan is up to Shema Yisrael. You're davening. Most people don't even are so focused on the davening or whatever, they don't pick up that the Chazan is saying it. But the halacha is the halacha that if you do hear and let's say, you hear what's going on in the show, you're davening, then you're in the middle of Psuki de Zimna, right? From before, right? Psuki de Zimna, yeah. And the Chazan, and that's what the mini's up to. Everyone's saying Shema Yisrael, you're supposed to stop, we are, and say Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. But not during Birchas Krishma. During Pesukah Zimra, you're supposed to do that. Again, if you don't hear, it's more for the men than the women, because the men are, the idea is because it shouldn't look like it could give the impression as if you're not believing in this, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Echad. You're there, everyone's saying, you're not saying it. The women are really in a different room, you're not in the same place. So I don't know if that's the same severity where the idea of saying it shouldn't give the impression as if you're not believing in it, Shema Yisrael. But the women are in a different place, but I guess it's also the proper thing to do. But only Pesukah Zimra, not in Birchas Krishma. What amens could you answer from that midah? You can answer the amen from Ata Kaddish. So right after Kedusha, there's Ata Kaddish. Baruch Atah Ata Kaddish, put on page 213. The Baruch Atah Hashem, Akil Kaddish, and you can answer amen, and that's it. That's the only amen, that's the only bracha you can answer amen for on Shabbos. During the week, there's another bracha, the bracha of Shema Keileinu, which you don't have on Shabbos. So if you are during the week in Shul, then they're saying Shema Keileinu, then you answer the amen after Shema Keileinu. Shema Keileinu is a bracha that's right before Maidim. The two brachas before Maidim. Ends with Baruch Atah Hashem Shemei Tefillah. It's very close to Maidim. You can answer amen on that bracha too. What else? Yes.
if you're reciting
Mhm.
the brachas before Shema, and the chazan starts repeating Shemona Esrei, do you need to stand or you can sit and continue?
You only stand when you say Kedusha. You don't have to stand when the chazan is repeating Omida.
Well, everyone's standing. I guess
When they're
they
repeating-
finished meant Esrei.
But no one is standing because the chazan is repeating the Omida.
Right.
People are standing
Because
because
they,
they happen to be standing.
yeah,
You don't need to stand for the Omida when the chazan is repeating the Omida. There is such an opinion, Shmuel, that's not the law.
So you don't need to stand.
You don't need to stand there. There is something about standing during Kaddish.
Right. Oh, so would you need to stand?
Now, there's something about it, meaning there's an opinion that says that during Kaddish you need to stand. That's not the halacha. The halacha is you don't have to stand during Kaddish. The halacha is that if you're already standing and the chazan is beginning to say Kaddish, don't sit down until after the answer. Amen yesh me'ad v'melech v'layis. The meaning of the Rebbe was the Rebbe used to stand up a little bit. There's Amishrab used to stand up. So you see a lot of people doing that. Amishrab is well standing. Like instead, that comes from the Rebbe. I haven't seen it anywhere. But in halacha, you don't have to. There are some. I've been in other shows like, you know, I don't know Kaddish, but different shows that where Kaddish, everyone stands up. There's an opinion like that. It's nice. Everyone stands up and stands up. Halachically, Alter Rebbe says you don't have to unless you're already standing. Don't sit down. Yeah, a lot of people don't know. It's not a well-known halacha when it comes to this Kaddish. Yeah, but now the drawback that I found that can be with those who are standing up doing what the Rebbe did is that when they're doing that, they're not necessarily concentrating on Amen Yesh Me'ad because they're trying to get it all in while they're standing. What's the idea? Why is this called standing? The Rebbe used to stand on Yesh Me'ad. We saw the Rebbe going like that. I don't remember clearly now. I wasn't really watching it like, wasn't that level of, at that time, that age to actually pay attention to all the details of what I was doing it. But when you're doing it and people are trying to go on your shmirah as well, they're trying to, I'll start explaining what's the idea. Why is this called standing up? It's called standing. What's standing? I'm standing now. I'm sitting. Why is it called standing? The definition of standing is, let's talk about it, is putting pressure on your feet or putting pressure somewhere else. If I'm standing like this, now I'm putting all my weight against the wall like this, right? Now I'm putting all my weight. Now, let's say hypothetically, in theory, the wall, is moved, I'm going to fall. So that's called sitting. That means that's why whenever you have to stand, you cannot do this. Like Kedusha, you're supposed to stand. You're not supposed to be doing it. You see sometimes people on show, you see them not a lot, but you see a lot of this people get up because this is Kedusha. They're like this, they're knocked down. And they're putting all their weight on the table. And they're saying Kedusha. They're standing. They're standing, right? It's called in English, it's called standing. In English, it doesn't matter what it's called in English. In Allah, it's called sitting. And this, in English, is called standing, right? In Allah, it's called sitting because all my weight is on the wall. So the idea of what the Rebbe used to do like this is because once you put your weight on your feet, that's called standing. But when people do it, I find that I shouldn't say I found myself. I should be honest. I was doing it. I realized after a while that if you're not putting enough focus, you end up just rattling off Amen Yishmael because you want to get it all in while you're standing. Amen Yishmael as well. So you have to keep in mind. Obviously, the Rebbe did it properly, but sometimes we imitate, and we imitate, you don't always get things exact. So for imitating, the drawback could be that if we're not putting enough focus, then you're not concentrating on Yishmael, and you're supposed to concentrate. Say, it's true, the name of Hashem should be blessed forever and ever, and trying to get in while you're standing, and then you're not concentrating. So you have to keep that in mind. You're going to do that to concentrate properly. Yeah.
You're supposed to stand fish if someone can balance something. Like you're supposed to have both feet up there, right?
Yeah.
And like you're not supposed to stand on it.
Again, I missed you started saying when someone was
like when you're standing, you're supposed to be
standing
Like during Kaddish.
Standing during Kaddish.
Yeah, you're supposed
Yeah,
to
but we're
say,
saying you don't have to stand during Kaddish.
not really.
What,
I
you
was
say,
I know, but. I'm
You
just
don't
saying, I
learn-
was confused, because I thought you had to stand the entire time for Kaddish.
well, okay, there is such an opinion.
Uh-huh.
There is an opinion of the stand that. Halacha is you don't have to stand. If you're already standing and now comes Kaddish, you shouldn't be sitting down in front of the Kaddish. Now, the definition of standing is that you're not putting your weight on the table. Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
What about davening during Kriyas of Torah, in between the,
Davening during the Aliyahs, I mean,
or even, can you daven during, while they're reading?
question is really for the men, not for the women. The women aren't obligated to Kriyas Torah. It's whatever you're doing is great. Coming to shul and whatever you're listening, you're getting a mitzvah. But there's no strong obligation. You're not in the actual. For the men, there's halachas. Once the Torah they begin reading the Torah, are you allowed to walk out while the Torah is around? Should you wait till you finish that? For the women, you don't have these halachas. So I mean, it's really how much time do you have? It's a good thing to hear the reading of the Torah. Do you have the time to hear the reading of the Torah, or you have to? You're rushing. You need a daven. You have to go somewhere. Depends how much time you have. It's not like, well, if you're davening, you're not hearing Kriyas Torah. Theoretically, you could say hearing also, but it's not really hearing. Well, I mean, if you want to hear it properly, then really you shouldn't be davening. But really, it boils down to how much time you have. That's really what it is.
Okay. But you could daven. So you
I'm
could,
saying you
but if
could.
you're-
You don't have
if you have time.
women you aren't obligated to be in shul.
Right.
You're not obligated to be in shows. It's not like could I daven during Kriyas Torah? I mean, you don't have to. And if you didn't come to show, you wouldn't be here. So it's saying for the men there is halachas about it. If they're doing something else during Kriyas Torah, is it respectful? Is it not respectful? There's halacha that I mean we don't Chabad are very careful about Kriyas Torah, but halacha. It's brought down that if someone before Kriyas Torah, he wants to learn, says Allah, if he's allowed to leave or turn away and start learning, if he leaves before they start reading the Torah, there's details. I don't recall all the details, but there are details in the Allah. If he could leave before, shouldn't be disrespectful, because it comes out that the obligation of hearing the Kriyas Torah in the literal sense of the Allah is not necessarily an obligation like davening or putting on tefillin. So it has, but by us, it's very important. In Chabad, it's a very strong thing. The Rebbe was very particular about Kriyas Torah. Even though the Rebbe didn't always daven with the minyan, Shachris, the Rebbe would come in Mondays and Thursdays to hear Kriyas Torah. So for us, Kriyas Torah is very important. But in halacha, there's leeway for them. But for the women, you're not in the show with the Sefer Torah, so you don't have those restrictions of you're learning while they're reading the Torah, is it respectful, is it not? So it's a nice thing to hear Kriyas Torah. If you have the time for it, good. If you don't, you don't. That's it. You play according to your schedule. Depends on what point in life you are. With children, with them, you get married, you be busy, not busy. It depends what you're able to do, what's within reason.
So I guess it's the same as Shmonas, because I heard that you need to leave when you want to Shmonas while the Torah is out.
It's the same
So
idea.
it's the same.
Right. Yeah, learning or yeah, you could say Shmones exactly. If you're in the ladies, you want to say Shmones, there's no problem. Yeah. So what else could you interrupt for? I'm just going to finish up. What else can you interrupt for during Berchas Krishma? There is Kriyas. I was going to say Kriyas. Yeah, I was going to say Kriyas Torah, but I mean not the Kriyas. We're talking about Kriyas Torah. It sounds like Kriyas. During Kriyas Torah, there is the brachas of Kriyas Torah, the brachas that are said before and after. The Aliyah, people are called up to the Torah. So you answer Baruch Hashem Baruch Hamad. You answer Amen. All those you can answer. all the amens for the brachas of Kriyas Torah, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hamad, you can answer
When, between
Yeah.
Shema,
Birchas Kishma, whatever those pages I showed you. The pages I showed you here, between, that is between, where is it again? From page 203, page 203 till the bottom of 210. Also, something else very interesting. If you hear thunder or lightning, thunder or lightning is an obligation to say a bracha. So basically, what is the point of it? What is it that Birchas Kishma we're allowing for, and I'm saying we're not allowing? Why is it that we're choosing these things? We're choosing the things that are obligatory, meaning that in the category of, wow, there's a strong obligation to do it, to answer. So there's an obligation when you hear thunder, see lightning, to say a bracha. So during this time, thunder or lightning, there's an obligation to say the bracha. So you can interrupt over here to say a bracha on the thunder or the lightning. Okay. Continue, Mr. Hashem.
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
So, during spirit, like if you want to make songs.
Sewing? There's nothing about sewing.
No, you're allowed to, but I was just thinking, make the clothes.
Oh, to sew new clothes.
Right, like it's not, it's a-
That's something else. You're sewing you're making new clothes. I have to look into it because the issue is really shechiyanu.
yeah, partially, like.
I'm not sure. I don't think sewing new clothes is an issue. It's a shechiyanu. It's a shechiyanu. And you're gonna be finishing the garment on during prayer?
It's not the same, like it's still, like you have to finish it. Like leave it, like you don't.
Right. If you don't finish, for sure it's okay.
That's.
My question would be, the question